Kia ora te whānau, ko Jarrad tēnei. I'm here to talk to you about supplier diversity and how Amotai fits in. At Amotai, we connect Māori and Pasifika businesses to government and corporate procurement opportunities. So if you're a buyer and you'd like to get to know Māori and Pasifika businesses, we have a database for you. If you're a Māori and or Pasifika business and you'd like to connect with corporates and government procurement opportunities, have I got a video for you. Let's get started. Supply diversity is when buyers recognise that there are parts of the supply chain they're not reaching. They realise that broadening their reach into the supply chain has strategic benefits for themselves and the economy as a whole. There are many benefits for organisations who diversify their supply chain. Buyers recognise that they can have a positive effect on their communities with their expenditure. Engaging in supply diversity allows corporations to have a deeper connection in the communities they operate in and drive economic growth. If buyers have a broader reach, it means that suppliers have to bring their A game. Diverse suppliers bring with them new relationships, new networks, and different ways of doing things. It helps to meet broader outcomes, and I'd like to explain this a little bit further. Local and central government recognise that their expenditure could and should have a greater impact than just the road they're building or just the library they're building. So they go to the companies they're working with and say, please demonstrate to us how this expenditure is going to have that broader impact on your community. One of the ways that they do that is supplier diversity. The benefits for suppliers, clearly you have an opportunity to work with new clients that you haven't worked with before. Many of the jobs are longer term jobs, which means stability for your organisation and stability for your employees. You may be able to use these opportunities to scale and grow. We're on a mission to create economic equity for Māori and Pasifika economies. We are the Supplier Diversity for Aotearoa. We launched in October 2020 and the response has been surprisingly quick. For example, we set a goal to have 20 buyers in the first year and we're now at 140 and counting. We're certainly not complaining about rapid growth, and to be fair, this is an international movement and we are decades behind the US and at least a decade behind Australia. By the same token, Aotearoa is a relatively small country and we do have more of a community feel here, so we shouldn't really be too surprised that we're getting supporters coming out of all corners of Aotearoa. So remember, our mahi is in the connection piece. Our team work closely with buyers such as local and central government agencies and corporate and iwi organisations. We also have the largest and growing network of verified Māori and Pasifika businesses. We have relationship managers across Aotearoa who are working with buyers and suppliers. What we're doing is looking for opportunities for us to connect over procurement. What we're also doing is trying to figure out where missed connections are happening. Where are the barriers to participation, and we work to resolve those issues. It sounds easy, but it's much harder than it looks on the surface. The economy is a very complicated web of interactions, and we're never going to solve these problems in a day. However, we're in it for the long haul, because we see this as a game changer for the Māori and Pasifika economies. Remember, this is an economic development piece, and what we're trying to do is impact Māori and Pasifika economies. We make sure that the suppliers that we work with have at least a 50% shareholding of Māori and or Pasifika. Verified means that we've checked that each business we work with has a 50% Māori and or Pasifika shareholding. We acknowledge that many businesses won't meet this mark, but we had to draw a line in the sand somewhere, and in terms of the impact we're trying to have, the 50% shareholding is an important piece. It also aligns with the government's progressive procurement policy. If you're a Māori and or Pasifika business owner, you can register on our website that's going to appear on the screen now. Go to the top right hand corner, there's a login/join up button. Once you've been verified, you'll be instantly available to be put forward to procurement opportunities. At the same time, you'll be able to view our database of buyers and engage with them directly, and you'll also be able to engage with other Māori and Pasifika business owners where you can work together. If you're a government, corporate or iwi organisation and you'd like to join, there are several different types of membership, and it may pay for you to give us some contact first, and our email is about to appear on the screen now. Other than that, you can just use the same method. You can go to our website and push the login/join button. I've been working in economic development since 2006. Most of the time has been spent supporting businesses with the likes of training and coaching. I get a genuine thrill when you get to work with a business and you give them some information or some insight that makes their life easier. That's what we do all day, every day at Amotai. We're supporting the businesses and giving them insight into how to manage the opportunity that supplier diversity brings. Suppliers need a clear idea of how to maximise the opportunity that supplier diversity brings. It's clear that there are some methods that are really helpful and some methods that are downright unhelpful. I'd like to draw your attention to the following thought. Know your client and know yourself, and you will not waste your time or theirs in 1,000 interactions. Now that's a Sun Tzu quote that I've butchered for my own purposes, but I'd like you to think about what it means. What it means that you need a clear picture of what their needs are, the buyer's needs, how they operate, what their timeframes are like. Then you need a clear picture of how what you do fits in with their needs, how it provides for their needs, how you fit in with their way of operating and their timeframes. In short, do your homework and know how you can add value to them. I'll be blunt. The amount of money that's going to be spent with Amotai businesses is going to massively increase. So we know this because our buyers tell us this. So we have current buyers who are looking to increase their expenditure with our businesses. At the same time, we're signing up more and more organisations and businesses daily. It's also true that we're working on that connection piece and trying to smooth that connection piece, which will only make things smoother. Tēnā tātou e te whānau. Thank you for watching. If you have questions about how you might engage with supplier diversity, go to our website or contact your local relationship manager. Mauri ora.